Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm here to share with you all new lesbian movies of the year 2026, and also late 2025 that I will highly recommend you all to go ahead, go watch, go support. But before we get into further details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. So first and foremost, we're gonna start off with Afroditi. It is a new Italian psychological drama and Mediterranean noir that features a prominent lesbian storyline between its two main characters. The story follows, in this case, Ludovica, a professional diving instructor whose life, upends when her school goes bankrupt due to her, partner's debts. She is actually forced by a Sicilian, criminal organization to clear her debt. She must dive 50 meters down, to into the sea in this case, and basically extract a book of TNT. She is forced, to live with Rocco and his partner Sabrina, and the woman, obviously, as time goes by, you can see them actually getting involved with one another, just making this whole mission and this whole situation even more complicated than it already is. This movie was released late 2025, if I'm not mistaken, and it's one of that I will highly recommend all of you to go watch, go support. Then moving forward, we have Perfect. Yes, it is a new LGBTQ plus romantic drama set as a random, lakeside resort in Californian mountains during a global clean water, shortage. A wealthy pregnant woman named, Malroy, living out of an escapist fantasy, falls into a passionate, complicated romance with Kai, a younger, drifter trying to start her life over. However, Kai becomes increasingly, entangled with Melroy's life. She begins to uncover the dark secrets behind Melroy's, careful, manufactured, facade that she has been living. And also this ends up, affecting their relationship because she's starting to see a whole different side of someone that she definitely didn't saw coming. This one is definitely 100 trillion percent on my watch list. I have been seeing it going around recently. So hopefully very soon I can finally make time to go see, go watch, go to support it if it's already available to watch in this case. Then moving forward, we have Sakoronia. Hopefully I've pronounced it correctly. It is a 2026 body horror film. The lesbian plot centers on, in this case, Hannah, a Suffolk medical student who struggles with extreme body, dysmorphia. She becomes, dangerously, fixated on a beautiful gym fitness, influencer, which spirals into an obsessive, overgraduate manifestation of her queer, desire. Anna turns into a sinister underground weight loss trend to win, in this case, Alang's affection, in this case, the influencer's affection, and get her full attention. The film explores the modern diet culture obsession and how, in this case, the protection of desire can, basically self affect you, and also how it can be, also very difficult when it comes to controlling your impulses. This one, yeah, it hasn't been announced yet, the release date. Hopefully, it will be coming very soon. But according to what I've read, it looks like it will be coming, 2026. So, hopefully, we might be getting it by the end of the year. I'm not 100% sure. We will have to stay tuned for the release date, but it looks really, really good. Then, moving forward, we have Ninja Mother Destruction. It is a German coming of age drama. It follows protagonist, Leonie from age 18 to 25, exploring the painful and shifting dynamics of young queer love and, also female friendships as she slowly transitions from an isolated burning lifestyle into adulthood. Leonelli, and her best friend Marlene, swear to always be there for each other, then and always, to do whatever they need to do in order to keep their relationship and also to still be there for each other. Leonelli falls deeply in love with Naomi, immersing herself into her first, love romance. And always you can see how this ends up affecting her relationship with her best friend as she is starting to pull away from Marlene because, now she's at the stage where she just wants to be with the person who she's falling for and who she's dedicating most of her time with. So this is basically a very sweet, how can I say, self-exploring and also very emotional type of movie that we will be getting. And I will also say that I like the quality so far of what I can see going around. So hopefully soon I can, also figure out a way how to put it on my watch list. Obviously, when I can find the release date as well. Most of them, like I said, the release dates are still to be announced. Then moving forward, we have Teenage S and D at Camp, Miamza. Miamza, if I'm not mistaken. It is a queer horror comedy and it follows a young filmmaker falling into a delirium of desire with a reclusive horror actress. The filmmaker is called Chris. She is hired by a Hollywood studio to revive, Camp Miasma, a segment long running, shallow franchise. Chris travels to camp to continue Billy to star in the remark in the two, in this case, experience an immediate intense connection. This quickly spirals into a charge of desire, trauma, bonding, and other, situations that makes, the project that she's supposed to be working on even more complicated because she went there with a mission to get this done, to revive this camp and just to, bring it back to light. Now she gets herself involved into this romantic situation, but now she doesn't know if it's professional, if the person feels the same, if it's gonna work, if it's temporarily. Will this actually end up affecting what they are doing together when it comes to, the filmmaking? So there's a whole lot that will be unveiled in this movie. It's actually one of the most anticipated movies, when it comes to lesbian movies. So we will have to see if it's gonna be actually worth the watch. So stay tuned for that. Then moving forward, we have Love on a Tightrope. It is a new romantic drama set in 1960s Spain. The film centers on a profound emotional, creative, and romantic bond between two prominent figures of, Canarias culture. The narrative begins when Benito hires Natalia to help her, with her personal memories. This working dynamic quickly transforms into a deeply intimate connection. However, because they are living in, turbulent, conservative area, they know that they have, to keep everything, closed and not explore what they want to explore freely because they are under a socialite construct and, conservative situation. And also their romantic feelings cannot be openly expressed or actually because they can actually end up getting them in a lot of trouble. So you have to keep in mind it's set in the 1960s, and we all know in the 1960s things were way different at what it is currently. So this one is 100 trillion percent on my watch list. One thing I have to say, I love Spanish movies. I love, 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 love Spanish movies. So this one will definitely be on my watch list. So if you guys have more information about it, let me know down below in the comments if it's worth the watch, if it's worth a skip, or should we just leave it where it is at. But definitely I'm looking forward to it. So yes, guys, that's basically it. Let me know other new, lesbian movies down below in the comments. Until the next video, hope you all enjoyed this one, and goodbye.